where the growers face little in criminal penalties. CNN's Kyung La has more.
This upscale California suburb is a glimpse into an underground world where authorities say a Chinese crime ring feeds America's black market. Doors and windows heavily fortified at 3 different homes on the same block in this bedroom community of San Francisco. When officers finally break through, inside, it's a massive marijuana farm. These are family homes worth nearly $1 million. The interior unrecognizable. Every part of the home used to grow weed.
This is from the nursery. Here's my desk, just based off of the way it's set up.
Windows boarded up to control the light. A massive ventilation system running full blast. Intricate electrical setups to power lights and fans. A generator in the laundry room.
Somebody hauled that up here.
Mold can be seen growing on walls and ceilings. Runoff into makeshift drains. And room after room after room filled with marijuana.
You couldn't even tell this is a master bedroom.
It's easy to disguise it here. You're not growing outside, you're growing indoors. And as long as the house looks nice and the yard's taken care of, nobody's going to question what's going on inside.
Investigators say this bust snagged more than $1 million worth of illegal weed, cultivated by unlicensed growers, using chemicals without regard for safety that end up in the plants. Despite the growth of the legalized marijuana industry, most pot is still sold on the illegal black market. California produces about 40% of the nation's weed. Much of what's grown here will be shipped across the country and sold far cheaper than legal weed.
How many houses have you hit in Antioch?
About 50.
How many more might exist in Antioch?
Somewhere between 100 to 200 houses.
Up to 200 that they think they know of. Law enforcement says this criminal enterprise can operate in California more easily than anywhere else in the country because California law says illegally growing weed is just a misdemeanor in most cases.
It's relatively low risk, huge reward.
This, whether you have one plant or a truck full of plants, what is the penalty in California?
It's a misdemeanor in California.
And that offers an opportunity, says law enforcement, for organized crime. Inside these suburban grow houses, on walls and doors, instructions in Chinese.
CNN reviewed Antioch search warrants as well as online property records and found that in nearly every grow house busted in Antioch, almost all of them go back to a Chinese owner or occupant.
It's really the Chinese criminal syndicate that's dominant.
Why would the Chinese cartel care about marijuana?
Because it's so lucrative. It is a very profitable crop.
And it's not just in California.
We are starting to see, as we unpack this, more ties between a lot of these growing operations and Chinese organized crime.
22 states have illegal grow operations, says Senator Susan Collins, a member of the Intelligence Committee, including her state of Maine.
Why are Chinese transnational criminal groups here in the United States buying up these homes and growing illegal marijuana in them? It's difficult for me to believe that there isn't some sort of plot involved.
How much of this bleeds into a national security issue?
I believe it does pose a serious national security threat as well as a public health risk.
Back in California, we learn there's even more financial incentive for illegal growers.
It's been about 2 months since the grow houses were busted. We've learned that one of the houses is going back on the market, and today is the open house.
A manicured home with the for sale sign listed for just under $1 million. Flipped since that day we watched law enforcement swarm in.
Hello. Hi, are you Susanna Huang?
Susanna Huang is a real estate agent listing this open house, and the agent who sold 3 other suspected grow houses in this area. She owns one of those homes, where authorities found more than $900,000 of marijuana last year. Her attorney tells CNN a house she owns was busted by the state, but it was being rented at the time, and she was not involved in any illegal activity.
My name's Kyung La, and I'm a correspondent with CNN. We're recording here. I just wanted to talk.
Huang did not want to speak on camera, but she did invite us to come inside this home she's listed to record video on our cell phone and take a look at this immaculately cleaned up space. The dramatic makeover seen in the master bathroom, before and after. The house is listed for $200,000 more than the owner paid for it.
Now they're going to make money off the houses as well as they resell them.
Bill Tilson lives on this block.
What's deterring them from setting up shop someplace else? They got to recover their equipment. So now they just pick another location and do the same thing. Oh, bummer, we got a misdemeanor, and then they'll do the same thing and on and on and on. So it's, whack-a-mole.
One additional detail, one of the houses on that day that the raid took place is owned by an Oakland police officer, Samson Liu. Now, law enforcement says that home owned by Liu contained 80 pounds of illicit marijuana trimmings. They were stuffed into garbage bags. The home had been modified extensively in order to cultivate, as well as being fortified from the inside. Now, Cannabis Control did not elaborate on whether Liu was living at the home at the time or had rented it out to tenants, citing an ongoing investigation. We did reach out to Oakland Police Department, who says that it is cooperating with outside law enforcement. They are treating this as a personnel matter. Ever since the day of the raid, says Oakland PD, Officer Liu has been placed on